I never thought the stories my grandmother told me about the haunted dolls were anything more than folklore to frighten me into good behavior. But when I inherited her collection, neatly displayed in a dusty attic corner, I felt an unsettling chill as I stared into their lifeless eyes. Each porcelain face seemed to hold secrets, and I often caught myself glancing back at them, expecting one to move, to twitch. They looked too lifelike, too aware. One evening, while the wind howled outside like a chorus of lost souls, I decided to settle in among the dolls, their eyes reflecting the dim light of my flickering candle. As the shadows danced, I picked up the oldest doll, a figure dressed in tattered lace, a smile that seemed carved from despair. The air thickened as I brushed the grime from her cheek, and a whisper slithered through the silence, too soft to comprehend. Dismissing it as my imagination, I placed her back on the shelf, my heart racing like something was lurking at the edges of my mind. But that night, sleep unraveled into restless hours. I heard faint giggles echoing through the attic, a sound like children's laughter twisted by sorrow. Each peal sent icy fingers crawling along my spine. When I turned on the light, the dolls remained frozen in their eternal poses, but the atmosphere had shifted. It felt heavy, laden with the weight of their unsung tales. I dared not leave the room, convinced they were waiting, watching, plotting. Days passed, and my anxiety grew unbearable, shadows in the corners of my vision flickering like broken memories. Finally, unable to resist, I set up a video camera, terrified and furious with curiosity. That night, I watched in horror as the candle flickered and the dolls began to shift, subtle, slow movements that set my heartbeat into a frenzy. When morning light broke, I discovered the camera recorded only static, but the dolls were arranged differently, their eyes now seeming to smirk knowingly. It was at that moment I realized the warnings were true. These dolls were not simply toys. They were vessels of something old, something vengeful, that had lain dormant until I disturbed their slumber. Now, as I sit surrounded by their watchful gaze, I can't shake the feeling that I'm not the owner of these dolls. I'm merely their next plaything,